even walking home sometimes at night, like I have my music on and stuff, I'm praying, but I always kind of like imagine someone just jump off these bushes and like take me. That's like we never know.
So men probably doesn't occur to them really to be quite how women are.
I've had to like talk to like two of our flatmates about women like not feeling safe at night because they just like completely just did not get it, and like I've had to talk to them about it, and it wasn't an uncomfortable conversation, but you could just tell that they'd like never thought of it that way, and I feel like that's part of the problem is why women feel that they like their safety is put on them rather than because like the men just don't realize that there's even an issue in the first place with like walking home by yourself or anything like that.
Just like asked me, oh, well, like why are you so worried traveling home? And I was like, yeah, imagine like walking home alone at night and then you see like random guys behind you and like in a group and you're like, should I like start running away? Should I just like be calm?
If I saw a man sleeping on the bench, I'd stay away from him just in case there's danger to me.
Yeah.
But if it's a woman, I'm thinking, what are you doing there, bro?
Yeah,
I would approach you and ask you what's wrong. With the same with other people on the road. If it's another man on the bench, they'll stay away. But if it's a woman, they'll be concerned or try to be inappropriate. So
men can travel home without worrying about it, where it's like I've talked to men about traveling home like, oh, I can't go out that late because I don't feel safe, and they just don't really understand like why I would not feel safe going out at like past 10 at night or like when it gets dark or things like that.
I've been flashed at by somebody. I was a teenager like about 30 odd years ago, and I used to run down the middle of the road to get home, and I don't think it's any different now. If I got dropped off at the top of my road, I'd run down my road now because I don't feel any safer. It's a bit sad really, isn't it?
So usually I'm very calm, but this guy came very close to me and I said, no, I don't have money. But then he said, I don't want money. And then he came closer and it was such a weird place that he kept me in the corner. So I couldn't really like go away, but I had to touch him. And like, he looks very disgusting. I don't know what he did, but you know, I just had to like push him away.
Yeah, because for example, there was this one time that I had to go get rice from the shop and it was very, very dark here. And then basically I was just walking really fast and then there was this man. He stopped next to me with his car and he was asking me to come close.
Yeah.
But like maybe it was just to ask me a question, but I ran away.
I had someone chase me down my road to my house. I had to hide behind some bins. And then I don't know if they were looking, I don't know why they came down the road because my road's quite quiet. We got out of taxis on another time and we got chased to get into another taxi. So we just told them to drive. So it's just sort of things you don't want to get used to, but they just happen. You know, things are likely to happen at night and in cities. So, yeah.
We were kind of scared. We were like trying to make him like not do anything stupid who could harm us, so we were just like basically listening to him, and at one point he just wanted to kiss us and we let him because we were scared.
With respect to like public transport, the experiences I've had when I was younger, you know, I'd sit on public transport and somebody would always come and sit next to me even if places were empty, and I'd be like, oh come on, you know, please sit somewhere else, which is just a strange thing anyway, but I think women get used to that as well, sort of in your personal space a bit much.
A bus, and obviously because we're tired, some people would fall asleep, and I do think that's sort of dangerous if they weren't like with somebody who was awake enough to like make sure that they were safe and everything. So I think the night tube it'll be better for everyone, I think.
Always thinking, we're always cautioned. We're never like really free in our movement, like when you take into the tube, like the underground.
You feel safer in the day, and also at night I suppose I would look to walk with other women or, you know, couples. You know, you feel safer in a crowd kind of thing, you know.
If someone's behind me and I hear a strange noise and I'm like, oh my days, what is that?
I think it's the idea that if you call for help, no one's really there for you, and you can't really guarantee that you're going to get back home safe.
And potentially nowadays by other women as well. There's women out there that help men kidnap other women. So women have the fear of being kidnapped or raped or killed by the female gender and the male gender. With men, they only have the fear of another man or a group of other men fighting them, not raping them, possibly killing them, yes. Nowadays being kidnapped, but they don't have the fear of a woman doing that because they could just fight that other person off. Even if it was another man, they can still fight that man. If it was another woman, they can fight that woman. So they still have risks on the road, but it's not as high as women. You can taser one man and there's 9 of them left. You can taser one man and he still has the strength to get back up, or things like that.
Hold your car keys or house keys, so you'd have it there if you needed to defend yourself, as it were.
Don't put my music too loud. Make sure you're seeing like if anyone's following you. Check your surroundings. Make sure you're walking on like light and like well-lit areas where there's like lots of people around. So if anything happened, they would see things.
I usually, when I walk home alone, I call my friends or something, because I mean, as long as you have someone talking to you, they know where you are, they know what's going on, and I guess you have to know like the area quite well. So let's say you have like shortcuts and you can use them, like go for them, pretty much.
And just walk along main roads, even though I use alleys sometimes.
Obviously, I think women should take defence lessons. I think it should be even free, to be honest.
From school, they had safe houses that they could go to. There were certain crossing points of the road that they could, coming home from junior school when they're walking by themselves. We all drive, and we drive with our cars locked these days.
Let me put it this way. If it's too late, I take the Uber.
I do have pepper spray in my bag, and I also have this little alarm thingy that like if I pull, it screams.
My friend, she has this flute or something, like when you pull it, it gives a very annoying sound, but she was like, I don't even know how this works. I was like, if someone attacks you, you're gonna be like, wait, give me a second, let me try.
I'm trying.
Yeah, so but yeah, I mean, I looked at it as well, and it looked very complicated for me at that moment. I was like, how are you supposed to do with it? So but yeah, I mean, I know girls who are doing that, so if that helps, why not? But yeah, pepper spray is a good one.
But it's not going to stop men, it's only going to help women.
Media tend to sometimes blow it up a bit more, so it makes you feel a bit more scared.
I feel like it makes me more scared because we have a group chat for like the building that we live in, and like every other night there's like things posted about like, oh, someone was stabbed, somebody was raped, and it doesn't make me feel very safe.
For some things, but I think they're trying to do it from a good point of view at the moment. They're trying to get more people more aware of things.
Whereas if I didn't hear about that, I guess like ignorance is bliss. So like, I don't know, like it's nice to know, but it's like nice to not know.
If you see a pretty woman, why do you have to tell her she's pretty? If there's a possibility that she could feel uncomfortable, and even if you're not a predator or a rapist or a murderer, if you have the knowledge of the fact that it could be a possible fear for her, just don't go up to her, even if you don't mean any harm, because it's still uncomfortable. You don't have to speak to a stranger on the road. You don't have to do that.